Look what I did, I made it better. But we get there in the end. I think I've nailed it. Let's start with my ugly nails, and we start with a base coat, as usual. This protects your nails and makes them nice and smooth for painting. Once the base coat had dried, I put on some nail protector goopy stuff because today I was planning on making a huge mess. This is a finger protector I hadn't used before, and I'll be honest, I think I've just paid a fortune for PVA glue. It smells like glue, it applies like glue, it looks like glue, and as I sat and watched it dry, it dries like glue. It didn't take that long to dry, maybe about 5 minutes overall. Once it was dry, it was time to start getting all gradienty. I used a makeup sponge and put on just 2 shades of nail polish this time, hoping that the 2 shades would blend into one another and make a beautiful, natural-ish sky colour. Much better than the last time anyway. And then it's time to start packing it on. It's important to keep the sponge topped up in between every few layers or so. You don't need to do it in between every finger unless you think that you've completely run out of colour. This can be a really slow process, and God knows it took me so long. I just had to keep on putting a layer on, letting it dry, putting a layer on and letting it dry, and letting the colour build up gradually. It looks a bit sloppy, honestly, and it looks a bit mottled, doesn't it? But don't worry, we've got the super duper magic top coat to fix that. More dabbing. Once I felt that I'd put on enough layers of the gradient, I started to peel off the protective stuff around my nails. It was not as clean coming off as I hoped it would be. Again, possibly with the fact that I just think it's glue. You can't deny that there is something very satisfying about peeling it off. Even if it balls up and makes a mess like that. I used cocktail sticks for the cleanup bit here actually, and I used my cotton wool cleanup method of squidging a little bit of cotton wool onto the end of a cocktail stick, dipping that in a nail polish remover and then using that to clean up around it. Now because the colour is dry here, it doesn't smudge as much, and you can use the pressure of the stick to kind of scrape the polish off as well, which helps a little bit. And I always get polish on the end of my finger like that. Oh god, my fingers look ratty as hell. Once I'd cleaned up with the best of my ability, I applied a top coat layer because it does this. It's like magic. It smooths it out beautifully, and that is a beautiful gradient right there. Oh my god, Laura, for God's sake, get it in shot. There we go. Now we're doing the clouds. And the clouds are pretty simple. I'm using an actual dotting tool here that I got at Home Bargains for like a pack of 6 of them for £1, so can't complain there. But if you don't have any dotting tools, you can use a bobby pin, like the little clip thing in hair. Don't know shit about hair. I know they're called bobby pins in America. Do we have a different name for them in England? I don't know. But yeah, so I dip the end of the dotting tool or the bobby pin in the wet nail polish and dab it onto the fingernail. Trying to make some fluffy little clouds. pretty much dipped it into the polish every time I did a new dot. There weren't very often times where I got multiple uses out of one dab, so it was a slow process. And that's it. That really is it. And finishing touches and you're done. Fantastic. Off screen I put on the top coat, of course. And it seems that because I'd done my nails so beautifully, the sky wanted to be beautiful too, so I took my nails out to show them the world. Honestly, my Instagram blew up that time because they were some of the best pictures I'd ever taken of my nails. Please notice the pan and zoom that I've learnt to do. I am really impressed. Alright, I feel better now that I've been able to prove to you all that I'm not always a fuck up. You gotta admit, it looks so much better the second time round. And that's what this channel's all about. Learning, growing, improving. I don't know shit. I'm still learning. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there, and I'm glad you guys are along for the ride. Thank you. If you are along for the ride, of course, you would have clicked that subscribe button by now, yeah? Yeah? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Alright guys, I'll see y'all soon. Bye.